welcome back to the show. We are Green Room Radio, the dopest radio show in Las Vegas. I am here. My name is True. I'm here with my man, Mr. Will Roundtree.
Mr. Full-time CEO Will Roundtree, man. Come on, you got to put some respect on that.
Full-time CEO Will Roundtree. And then we got little Rach.
What's up? What's up? Feels good to be back.
And then we got a very special guest, one of my personal friends and favorites of Las Vegas, Miss Savanah Storm.
Hi. Yes. Welcome.
She was only 30 minutes late.
That's it.
It was like 45, but I mean, who's counting?
They
Better late than never.
Hey, she added the extra 15 minutes. She was
it's
really
okay,
counting.
she's cute, so she can say it. It's okay.
I love it. No, we're glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Miss Entrepreneur.
There's so many topics. So adult actress, hard money lender, entrepreneur, high-end real estate.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely know we met through real estate. Mr. Will here is in real estate. But I think Savannah could take Will's portfolio out.
Hey, she said she charged 20% as a hard money lender.
I did.
I'm about to start coaching with her.
Sheesh,
My prices are going up after this.
I got high prices, guys.
Are you from Las Vegas?
Born and raised. Born and raised.
Wow.
I'm a native through and through and through again.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've lived all over East Side, West Side, North Town. Now I stay in Henderson.
Hendertucky.
So, yeah, with the rich people.
Did you?
It's nice and quiet over there.
What was popping in North Las Vegas?
Everything, shots.
Literally.
Shots popping everywhere. Damn.
And then when did you get into
Real estate.
real estate?
I know. He's like, well, she's got
There you
a
go.
different job.
Which one?
He's like, well, when did you get into the real estate? Okay, so I read all of LegalZoom at the age of 21.
Shout out to who's the guy who did that? Was that Robert Shapiro?
Yes.
LegalZoom.
Robert Shapiro.
So I wanted to take advantage of the market in Vegas. Everyone knows we had a huge market crash.
07, right?
07, 08, and 09. And it was a huge market crash. I mean, even gas stations, small casinos, Klondike, all of that. That was all underwater. It was
Damn, where was the Klondike at? I used to see that.
That was like Northtown, kind of near like Jerry's Nugget, kind of.
Yeah. I remember seeing that.
So, I was like, God, I don't have a lot of money, but I have some money. What can I do with this? And that's when I started educating myself on real estate, and I read all LegalZoom, incorporated myself, opened up my trust, and that's when I started buying real estate. I wasn't licensed at the time, but I sat on that house for many, 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 many years. I bought it as a foreclosure and just learned.
What year are you saying? So did you buy after the 07?
I bought in 09, which the home that I bought was originally like an $800,000 house. And the prime, I think it was built in 03, 04. And then I went into foreclosure. So I did something called an FHA loan where I was able to only put 3% down. I eventually paid the house off cash and I sat on it. And then I just kept doing that and doing that and doing that. And eventually I realized, like, why am I paying all of this commission to other agents? Why don't I myself go get my own license and keep my commission on top of everything else I'm doing? And I didn't have any plans on actually selling real estate. But because of where I come from, and which is fucking having nothing, and then becoming, at the time I wasn't a multimillionaire, but I was climbing, I was climbing the ladder. And I had a lot of respect. A lot of people were like, oh, she must know what she's doing. You know what I mean? So then, can you help me? Can you help me?
Well, it's good how you said that because a lot of people ask me about stuff. And I said, it's a climb. I mean,
it's a climb.
Start out you sell and you just keep slowly, especially in the Airbnb game.
Yeah. I mean, everyone will come over to my home now and I have a beautiful home, but they think that that's my first home. I'm like, no, this is like my 10th home. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't just walk into this. I've worked hard. I've been on my own since I was 16. And I knew that I never wanted to go back to where I came from. And I just knew I know Las Vegas like the back of my hand because I lived all over the city. Good, bad.
So we got to say, were you a dancer out here at some point?
I was.
In the younger days, like
in my younger days, I danced for a couple of years. That's how I made the money to pay off the real estate. I didn't go shopping. Okay. I never bought bags. I never bought anything. I put, even if it was $500, if it was $1,000, I paid the house off, put it towards the house.
See, girls need to pay attention to that, man, because I see
really
so many
smart.
girls today going out on these vacations, these nice purses before.
I call it like hood rich. It's like, you got all this, but you don't got, you're not sitting on any equity, no assets.
Yeah.
I know, you know.
I tell girls, your ass cannot be your only asset.
That's what I was going to say. Look, that's not an asset, honey. That's a good investment. You know, now use it to make money and flip that money and go put yourself up.
Right.
But
to that point, Savannah, because I see a lot of, whether it's people from the, who are dancers in the nightlife, or people who even made a lot of money on the internet a few years ago, a lot of them are screaming broke right now.
Yeah.
But I know why, because they don't own anything.
Exactly.
They just spent all their money. So what do you say to people who are in that boat, and why they don't see the vision of, I need to own something that's going to continue to appreciate and pay me?
So a lot of people, and this is what I've gathered just throughout life, having conversations with people, they're like, well, I want to buy a house like yours, meaning my current home.
Okay.
And I have to explain to them what you are seeing. It's not a facade because it's mine, but this isn't my first house. I didn't start with this house. This is like the end goal.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to start somewhere. It doesn't matter if it's a $200,000 house. It doesn't matter if it's a fucking $100,000 condo. If you don't start somewhere, you're never going to get to the point where you want to be. Most people don't just go and buy a $4 million house and that's their fucking first house, unless you come from generational wealth or whatnot. You know what I mean? But it's like, I'm like, okay, well, how do you plan? Like, what's your savings account like? You don't got nothing saved. You don't have anything going on. So how do you expect to get this $4 million house? What are you doing?
Right.
But if you go buy a $200,000 house, you pay that off. Then right there, you have $200,000 equity. And then you can sell it. You can rent it out. You can create cash flow income. You can
pull the money out tax free
and then reinvest it and then rent that out. Now you're going to have two properties.
Definitely.
And it's like monopolize. But also monopolize, how I monopolize is if my properties aren't at least 50% to 100% paid off, I'm not going to go overextending myself, getting myself into more debt. And so there's a fine line between, overextending yourself and monopolizing and doing it a smart way. But I always say you have to start somewhere. Like, for me, I'd rather be in a $100,000 condo that I own than a $4 million house I'm paying someone else's mortgage.
Definitely.
And it's like, I'd rather pay, like, it's like, look at the house or whatever it is as your savings account you can't touch.
Yeah. The real estate is your bank account. That's what I tell people. That's your bank account.
And I get hard on myself sometimes because I'm like, damn, I wish I would have diversified my portfolio a little bit more, because I'm inquisitive. I'm always around way, way, way more successful people than me. So I'm like, I don't want to date you. I don't want to sleep with you. I don't even want to I don't want nothing. I want to pick your brain apart because I want to know how you got to where you are, so I could take notes and I can learn something so I can better myself and get to where you are.
Definitely.
Because I'm not even where I want to be. I don't got a jet. You know what I mean? Like, I will have one, but I don't have it today. I don't have it yet. But so it's just like,
what would you call the jet?
Savvy.
Savvy.
There it is. Savvy,
Air
right?
savvy.
Yeah, air savvy or savvy ride.
I
you want to go on a savvy ride?
Yes.
Dude, I just watched that Charlie Sheen documentary, and I'm still like shitting over the fact that he said that pilot let him get, when he was fully intoxicated, he got in there and was flying a whole plane full of people.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm like, that is.
No.
He said they let him, like, he would start moving the steer, but then the guy's like, I think we're gonna go back to
that's
auto.
some fuck you money. I need some fuck you money.
That's some fuck you money.
Let me get in the cockpit.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's quite an experience. But no, I mean, I see that with girls. Like, I feel like there needs to be a class out here, because it is from dancers to porn girls to waitresses at nightclubs are the most idiotic with their money. But it's I feel like, why isn't there somebody, like, I feel like if somebody would just teach them, like, especially these waitresses. I know waitresses that don't even own a house and they've been working at Excess for 10 years.
That is crazy.
You can buy a house in 1 year.
Exactly.
That is true.
What are you doing?
Exactly. And it's, you know what? Like myself, I'm creative. I like to think outside the box. I don't think of problems. I'm like, there's a solution for every problem. And if they can do it, I can do it. Let me figure this out, you know? And that I give thanks to my street smarts for that. Because that's something like you can go to school, but you're still, you don't have common sense. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, you know, the life I'm living now, it's like I beat the odds in so many ways. You know what I mean? And so I'm thankful. I've helped a lot of girls. I've helped a lot of girls in the adult industry.
That's good.
I've helped a lot of guys off the streets, you know, like driving G-Wagons and wearing chains and bust downs and this and this. And I'm like, but really, where's your money at? They're like, I'm chaining in my cars. And I'm like, but you don't have no assets.
Yeah.
So I had an old homie, like,
crazy.
He trusted me so much. He's like, all right, Savannah, I'm going to listen to you. I said, all right, go sell all your cars. Because they had like 4 cars. Go sell those chains. He gave me all his money and I held it in my safe. And then sure enough, he went and bought a home and changed his whole life around. And forever, he was like, thank you. He's like, I trusted you so much. I think I know who you're talking about.
Is he a painter guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my man.
And, and you know, for him, he gave me every dollar.
He did tell me that too.
And I put it in my safe. And nobody's going to like, I'm not going to, my name means more to me than anything. I'm not going to fuck nobody over for what? Like, I'm like, why would I do that?
Definitely.
So there's a lot of trust in that deal. And I've done a lot of things like that for a lot of people.
No, that was huge, man.
Do you think sometimes with what, like True mentioned, the younger dancers or people who are just coming into a lot of money at a younger age, do you feel that a lot of the times they don't cross over to the asset game because they think the money is going to come like that forever?
Yeah. And I've fallen victim to that myself.
Right.
I'm not going to lie to you. I
Everybody
mean,
does.
I have spent a lot of money as well. I've invested a lot of money. You know, I have, right now I have at least a minimum, I won't say too high of numbers, but at least I'm sitting on a $5 million real estate portfolio. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Nice.
And I have money now diversified into other things too. So I do okay for myself. I'm not where I want to be, but had I listened a little bit more to myself, I would be probably in a way better place also. But I can't beat myself up. Like I'm still doing well, you know, and
You're in the top 1%. So, you know.
Absolutely.
Are you a crypto person?
So not really. I like tangible.
Yeah.
I like to be able to see it, touch it, feel it. And that's why with me, I feel safe with real estate. So if you follow 10, 15 years with real estate, okay, in 07, between 09, there was a dip. Yeah. And then it goes and peaks and peaks and peaks. And then we're going to have a little bit of a dip again. But then it'll peak. Right. So I always say, buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low. Like right now, people are panicking like crypto and stocks. No, don't panic.
Yeah,
but guess what? This is the time to buy.
You gotta
buy now and then you sit.
Yeah.
And same thing with real estate. I'm noticing there's like highs and lows and there's dips in this and that. And with real estate, always be like the ugly house on the street. Like don't go buy the prettiest, shiny, looking, most expensive house. Put your money in the cheapest house. Redo it, and then that creates the value.
With the market.
Appreciation.
Yeah,
yes,
you appreciate
exactly.
with the market. Definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I see you go to Miami a lot. Do you have a place out there?
I do.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of people go there. I mean, that's such a different vibe than Vegas, huh?
Oh my God.
I haven't been to Miami in a long time.
Oh my God. I love it. The weather's perfect. So I was just out there. I just got back here like, a week ago?
Yep.
And I forgot it's October because it's so warm out there. It's like summer. So I came back and I'm like, and then I get off the plane. I was like, holy shit, it's cold.
Right.
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, oh my God, it's October.
Like, hold on.
Like, hold on. Yeah. So I'll probably be, I need a change of pace. Like Vegas.
Do you feel like it's slowed down? Like when you go out there, is it like, okay, this is a little slower than Vegas, or is it vice versa?
It's Vegas on water, but me, I don't party really. You know, I had my heydays. And so I'm more of a homebody. I find peace and being in solitude with myself. A lot of people are afraid to be alone. I'm my favorite person. I love being alone. I had lunch by myself today. I'm cruising. I got my jams on. I spend a lot of time by myself. And so even in Miami, I'm either at the beach or the pool or just, by myself or reading. And I like it like that. I don't really... for me to step out, I'm either, getting paid to host an event or making money, or there's got to be a celebratory like event. You're not going to find me out at the local, like, hey, it's Monday night at Excess.
Would you say that your solitude has led you to your success?
No, because I didn't know. Everyone used to think I was a huge socialite. And everyone would say, like, I was on billboards and I did charity events and I did this and I did that. But really, I always had anxiety. So people would be like, Savannah was like a partier, but really I was drinking because I really didn't want to be around everybody.
Like
you know what I mean?
You're trying to cope.
Like, and it's like, because I didn't realize I had social anxiety. So after, this is a whole nother topic, after I dug into doing like ayahuasca, Cambo, and really working on my spirituality is when I was like, oh my God, I was looking for self-medicating. Like I was self-medicating myself to be around these people because I could feel energy.
Yeah.
Like I can walk into a room and it's discernment.
Definitely.
And once again, I call that coming from where I come from. It's like I could walk in and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be here. And then I'll leave. But I would be out and about and maybe put in positions that I knew I shouldn't have been in. Oh, okay, I'll do another 42 shot, 42. You know what I mean? But now I'm so comfortable going out, not drinking. And if I want to go home, I go home. People are like, oh, she's stuck up. No, I'm not. I just know me and I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
your peace, your happiness.
Exactly. And if you're going to already say something like that, then I'm right. I don't need to be.
Absolutely.
You just proved me right. You know what I mean? Like,
I've actually found that a lot of highly functioning individuals are introverts. And a lot of the people I hang around, we're all introverts. So I can definitely attest to what it is that you're saying.
My big boss man that I was with this whole career, that's what he said. He said, you find success in isolation. And that's what I do. So when I do go out somewhere, it is so random for me to go out. Like one of the random things is, I saw you had a party at the Rhino. That's massive for me to come out for something.
I know, I was shocked.
I don't come out and it is anxiety. I have super high and I'm just like, I like to be like just in my place, like plotting. And that's another reason why dating out here is so hard because people are like, you're really boring. But I'm just like, it's not that I'm bored. It's like,
just in your space.
Why do I want to go to why do I want to go do
and
a coke bender on a Monday at excess? Like,
no, exactly.
Welcome to Vegas.
Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah.
There's got to be a reason, but no, I pick and choose when I come out.
Same.
And,
so, like, if I'm gonna go, if I close a big deal or if I do something, then I'll go celebrate once in a while, or I'll do something. If I hit a huge milestone or like accomplishment, or or like he said, I was paid to host the Rhino one night, and I was surprised to see him out. I also ran into you at a New Year's party.
Yeah, that's
but I was at a house.
Hey, when you said that you're alone, what was crazy was multiple friends of mine at the New Year's party. They're like, did Savannah come here by herself? Like just shocked. On New Year's.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
But that's how I roll. Hey, I roll the exact same way. And it's comfortable that way.
It is. And also
when you want, you leave
easy,
when you want.
Yeah.
You don't even say, you probably don't even say, I don't say bye to anybody.
No, you can't. Because then they try to get you to stay. Like, why are you leaving? Stay.
Right.
I just come, I'm like Houdini. But the thing is like, it took me a long time to become the person I am today. And to realize like, I don't like attention. I get a lot of attention, believe it or not. And I don't like it. And everyone's like, oh, you like all that. I don't like attention. I don't need it. I don't need the self-validation. I'm so secure and I know who I am. I know who Savannah is, So I don't need to go out and have my ego fed or stroked to feel comfortable in my own skin. If anything, I like to sit at home and read a book.
Right.
And the book I'm reading right now is called The Art of Communicating.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that way, like, I want to treat everyone. I want to be able to, most people, they listen to respond versus listening to listen, and so it's
very
a big
true.
Right. So how do you separate Savannah, the individual, from Savannah, the character? Because when you're when you're out in the public, you almost have to be a character. How do you separate the two?
So, so my real name is Savannah, and also my adult actress name is Savanah Storm. And the reason I was okay with that is because I'm not hiding from my true self. I don't.
You're not living two separate lives.
I like the girls in the porn game that actually own it, because there's a lot that are like embarrassed by it, and it's like, what are you embarrassed about? Like, you're doing it.
I've always been super sexual. I'm not I love sex. Sex is sexual energy's healing energy.
Yes,
and I'm so comfortable with my skin, and it hurts me to see that so many people are afraid to be authentically themselves. period. And then especially in the bedroom, because so many people, like certain things turn certain people on, but they're afraid to maybe like, you know, experience this or try something new because of judgment and this and me. I don't believe in judgment. I don't come from a place of judgment. People judge me all the time, but I'm not throwing rocks while living in a glass house. I live in a very transparent house where this is what I do and I own it. And I don't care if you like me.
Right.
Your opinion doesn't pay my bills. You don't pay my bills. And I feel sorry for the fact that you're hiding behind a wall and you can't be who you are, because typically the people that judge are the ones that want to be able to express themselves.
Definitely.
It's
freely.
It's the people behind the computer that they just want a response from you is really all they're
With
trying
no
to
profile
do.
picture.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, that guy.
Or like, I really have some kinks, you know, and I'm not afraid to talk about them. Like I went to an erotic party in New York. Ooh,
Yeah, I was gonna say you go out
Eyes
there a
wide
lot.
shut.
Do you like New York a lot?
I love New York.
I feel weird out there
Oh
for
no,
some
I
reason.
love it.
Do you ever feel like when I look down those alleys and you see
I
those
love
houses,
it.
it reminds me of the Muppets. I'm like, doesn't it look fake? Like I'm like, am I like in a like little
No.
cartoon? Like
Every day for me is an adventure. So I look at it like, what adventure am I going? Because in New York, that's truly the city that
it's
doesn't sleep.
moving.
There's
That's
so much
it's
movement.
too much for me.
So do you
But
think that it's a westernized thing that people are scared to experiment sexually?
I think it's more of an America. A lot of I think that the most freeing and liberated country is Europe. They do
Wow.
more
I bet.
anal.
I bet.
Yeah, like I jumped right into anal. So I was talking to my agent about this actually. I was like, hey, because they wanted to fly me over to Spain to do some scenes, right? He's like, this company really loves you, Savannah, and I was like, he's like, and it's very rare that you're gonna get flown to Europe. I was like, why? He's like, because you don't do anal or gangbangs and you don't do any of this. And he's like, they're so free over there. Like all of their porn is hardcore porn. They have the nude beaches. They have this. They have that. They're very liberated in Europe. Where over here, we're actually not nearly as liberal as they are. So I feel like what it is just like, I think a lot of it has to do with upbringing. I think a lot of people try so hard to fit in with their family or their friends or a social circle that from a young age, like people are just afraid to be who they are since childhood. You know, like,
Absolutely.
oh, I want to be friends with the jocks, or I want to be friends with this, or I'm trying to fit in with this social circle or this. That it also goes into adulthood. And it's almost like a complex.
Yeah.
For me, I just never give a fuck. I was like,
what got you in adult entertainment so late? You know, like I feel like back in the day, kids are hitting that shit at 18.
I would have.
But I feel like porn, like the original. I feel like
I would have.
I was gonna ask you, did you start on OnlyFans?
I did.
Okay, because
I did.
me hanging around a lot of porn girls, I remember a phase of porn girls being like, "Oh, girls, you know, they're doing this on OnlyFans, so they're not a real porn star," is what they would say. But I'm like, it's a lot nicer. Like they're, you know, they got better dudes.
I prefer pro scenes. I prefer that over OnlyFans. I really don't do OnlyFans anymore.
Okay.
I don't care for it. I don't want to see with a whole bunch of people that are just fucking everyone outside and off camera. I mean, I can look for their test results. I like the professionalism of being on set.
Yep.
It's very professional. I like the acting part. I'm a perfectionist and I love getting my role, my scripts down. You know what I mean?
So you said
it's
no
completely
anal, no
different.
gangbang?
No.
Nobody gave you any problems with that?
No, you know, I love my agent and he's like, Savannah, he's like, I want you to be comfortable. You do what you want to do. And without doing any of that, my name blew up relatively quickly. I mean, I think the most I've done is like I've been with 2 guys. I've had a foursome where it's like 2 guys, 2 girls, but I can't be with any more than 2 guys at once because that's considered an orgy. So I can't have 2 guys. I've been with 2 guys, but that's the max. And like they wanted to shoot me with a guy named Damien Daysky. So multiple times I had
Damien Dice.
Dice?
No, Daysky.
Oh, I thought it was.
I know you.
I thought it was Spencer.
I know Spencer very well.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say I saw him in a picture.
I was gonna say,
at your
yeah, of
house.
course.
No, I've known Spencer.
Yeah.
I knew Spencer before I even got into the industry. But but no. So my agent knows like I'm tiny, and he's like, that's just not gonna work with Savannah. Like I have taken some big dick, but I can't. That's there's levels to the dick. There's levels to the dick. You know what I mean? So my agent, he
So you're not gonna shoot with Dread?
I'm on his radar. My best friend goes, "Hey, Savannah, you know, Dred's asking me about you." I said, "Oh no, hell to the no!" I was like, I mean, his dick's this thick and like this long.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm
Like, was he born with that thing? Like, that's just crazy.
What is he? I think he's like Jamaican. I'm like, I cannot go to these hot Jamaican men. I gotta stay away from Jamaica.
Yeah, no, I've seen that.
I think anything after 10 inches for me is I can't do. 10 inches is my max.
So is it
That's
very
respectful.
technical when you're filming those type of scenes? Like how you say you go in the script?
Because here's the thing, like I want to give my best performance.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I've worked with some amazing talent. I'm so thankful.
Well, that's what you had. You did a rocket ship. You know, a lot of the stuff you're doing now. Like you made a comment to me before, like where you're at. You know, a lot of girls haven't even been there in 10 years that I know haven't got to shoot with these type of people. But again, it's like what you said, the go-getterness of being able to get to those people.
Yeah. And also, back to your original question of why I didn't do this when I was younger. I wanted to. I've thought about it.
You thought about it.
I thought about it in my personal life. There's reasons I couldn't. I don't know if you know, but I couldn't. And
why do a lot of girls like, and I think this is going back further, the stigma of girls being like broken families, fucked up, porn ruined my life. Like, it's not, I don't hear that as much now, but like years ago, I heard like this. I think there was a change in like the guards and the.
I think that, you know, what really is the definition of a good family or a broken home or this? We all have battled something. It
it's
doesn't
trauma
matter.
everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you come from a wealthy family, then your parents are gone too much. They don't get to spend enough time with you. If you come from the hood, you got the. I mean, everyone's just complaining about to complain. So really, it doesn't matter who you speak to. All different walks of life, everyone's got something to complain about their childhood. I don't play victim. I don't care. I leave my childhood where it belongs. That's the past. You have to take accountability for who you are as a person and your actions now. I don't like people that play victim. That makes my pussy dry. It's like, grow the fuck up, own your shit, and take accountability. You know what I mean? So, so I don't know about this. I don't know about the stigma with that. Like, I don't know. I do know that I'm glad I waited to get into the industry because I approached it like a business. Because
not just to do it, just to
not
do
just
it,
to
or
do it. Yeah, and
Well, that's what I said.
whatever.
I think most girls, the ones coming in at that young age or whatever, like I said, that's why so many of them just got sideswiped because they just came in and they weren't into the business.
But they probably also don't know how to sell themselves correctly.
It's
there's a lot,
branding.
everything.
And also, it's like there's a lot of freedom. Like, you're pretty much your own boss. So if you don't know how to control yourself, as far as like manage your own time, and you can't hold yourself accountable, then it's not good.
Right.
So if you can't hold yourself accountable, you can't, be on time, or you can't go out and not party because you got to shoot or a scene in the morning, or you don't know money management, and then it's not a good line of work for you.
Right.
Because
that's what I was talking about. The money, you hear a lot of them, money management. They've been in the game this long, and then again, they don't have nothing. Like, what are you doing? Like,
'cause it's fast. It's fast money, and you spend it even quicker.
Well, speaking of money, let's take two women, two different paths.
Okay.
One is going the professional route from a porn standpoint, and one is just on the internet selling pussy.
Okay.
How does one determine the value of what they sell their pussy for? Is there
it's
like
the value of themselves and where they hold themselves on that scale?
They call it coochie currency.
There's there's different approaches you can take. Also, you can do something I call the McDonald's effect. That's like the 99-cent cheeseburger, but you got 1,000 customers.
You got to sell a bunch.
You know what I mean? You got 1,000 customers buying this, or something that's like the higher end approach, where it's like, okay, you're gonna sell one video for $20 or whatever, but you're gonna have fewer customers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe you might have higher quality customers. So it just depends. You want the McDonald's approach, or do you want You know, what works for me might not work for you, and vice versa. You know, so
That's true.
Do you think some of that is confidence in the woman being able to say what her ask is?
Yeah, I think so many people devalue themselves because they don't have worth. And a lot of people place so much shame around sex workers that it's like, no. That's a job. That's a career. Not only is it physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual. You know, there's so much more that goes into it. And if you don't continuously, you know, put love into yourself and love yourself, and this could go for anyone. This could go for the cameraman behind the camera. This could go for anyone in any line of work. If you don't love yourself, no one else is going to love you and give you the respect. It's like, that's why there's, you know, like even different levels of designers. You know what I mean? Like you don't fucking walk into Louis Vuitton and think you're going to get a discount. So why am I going to give you a discount on anything I do? Why? Exactly. I'm fucking, honey, I'm not Louis Vuitton. I'm fucking Balmain. You know, I'm Hermes. There's no discounting my price on anything. You know what I mean?
You got to stand in line for this.
Right. Can you afford it?
Get on the wait list.
Right.
So it's just value. What it comes down to is like, what's your value? What's your worth?
Definitely.
You know, and me, when I walk into a room, I hold my head high. I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. You know what? Like, this is what it is. And I've sat in rooms with billionaires and I look them straight in the eyes and I'm like, hi, nice to meet you. And they're like, well, damn, you sure are. It's how you carry yourself.
I agree.
It's present yourself.
1,000%.
Absolutely.
You're the product. You're the product. You're the brand.
Everything.
So you got to sell it.
Everything.
Yeah. So do you believe, I always just say with people, like you either have it or you don't.
I agree with you 100%.
And that's why, like in rap and hip hop now, like I've been out the game for a long time, but I'm like, I don't have the heart to tell people anymore, but I know immediately.
Yeah.
And it's just like you said, you either have it or you don't. It's written all over you when you walk in, like you said, when you can walk up to Millionaire. It's an aura.
It's an energy. Energy doesn't lie.
It goes beyond talent.
Yeah.
It's a lot of different factors, but I think a lot of people don't factor that in. And they're just...
I agree.
What's your sign?
I'm a Sag.
Oh, Jesus. That makes sense. I'm sad.
Interview is over.
I don't even know anything about that sign.
I'm the 19th.
Oh my God, so am I.
Stop.
Of December?
We have to have a dual
19th.
party now.
Are you
This
serious?
is crazy.
Yes, I'm December 19th.
I'm December 19th. Wow,
And it
True
sucked,
and I,
bro.
we learn something new every day. We got fucking matching birthdays.
Wow.
Damn, and you know what sucked? What I always used to say in Vegas? The one time I go out 10 years ago, it's Skrillex at Light nightclub.
I used to go to Light a lot.
But everybody's gone for the winter out here in Vegas.
That is
so
true.
like we have the dance floor table and there's nobody there. So I'm like,
I got a great table, guys.
birthday in Vegas in December is
Right.
awful. So I'm like, you gotta,
birthday in December. But you know what though? I love our sign. You know, we're the only Zodiac sign holding a weapon, which is the bow and arrow.
That is true.
Really?
Because
my
we're
mom's a Sag. So
we're always aiming for the stars, and that's why people are like, "Sav, why aren't you married?" I'm like, "That's an insult. Why does someone have to be married?" I said, "Was there something wrong with me because I choose not to be married?"
Right.
We are hard to tame. Me, I'm unattainable. Like it's gonna take a very strong man to keep me. Like and I get bored, you know. And plus, I'm a hustler. I'm a go getter. So I don't necessarily care if a man makes more money than me or not, but have the drive I have the ambition I have.
Yeah.
You mean
You
make
know.
less money than you?
I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all
as long
because
as they're just a hard worker. At
yeah,
whatever it
a
is
hard
they're
worker,
doing.
goal oriented, and an all around good person. That's really, but that's so hard to find because I don't know what it is with these men. They're lazy.
And today's generation, yeah, it's
I
nuts.
believe we're out of the, like, my mom and dad were married 56 years, and I believe like those days are over. And I feel the same way. Like, I don't want to get married, but I want to be like, if I met you and I really like you, we can be together forever. We can even exchange rings.
Yeah.
We just don't need to do the piece of paper.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how I feel about the piece of paper either because
it changes everything.
It does.
It changes everything.
If it's not broke, don't try to fix it. Exactly. But I would have a ceremony.
So would I.
I would have a ceremony to make it look like,
It's like what
you know.
it's like what you did for your friend holding his money. It's like saying, "Hey, we're gonna stick together.
Good
This
faith,
is what we're
yeah.
gonna do." And you can have the party, and people can come, and they can bring you wedding gifts. But I'm like, as soon as that piece of paper becomes
It's
involved,
like a jinx.
that with kids, with the whole 9 yards, it is, and it's just sad because I don't feel you don't see. I'm like, how do people make it 56 years? I'm like, did my dad? Did you cheat?
Well,
Like I don't even know. People don't even
I
get
don't
to
even
the
wanna
third.
know.
Their world was just different. They're not on Instagram swiping. They're not.
yeah.
I don't know if that's true though, because I actually saw several videos with people who's been married like 50 years, and they said, "What's the trick?" And I seen both from a woman and a man's perspective.
Okay, I wanna
Both of them
hear.
said, "Oh, we get sex outside the marriage sometimes."
Whoa.
And these are people who's been
up.
married 50 years.
They have to. They have to.
I'm telling you, I've heard this a lot of times.
Well, I'm open. See, and that's where it comes down to me. I'm not afraid to bring people home with my man.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, girl, you better suck that dick. I'm not afraid of that because
I
I'm
would
not
die of
insecure.
anxiety.
You know what I mean? But
What if your girl was
it's not
getting
the cheating that would
she
bother
did
me. It's the
knocked
lying
down?
to my face.
Mhm.
Don't
Right.
fucking. If I ask you,
Being deceitful.
I'll never leave.
Hey,
I would never
that's-
leave.
That's what I said. The whole thing with cheating, it's not even the act.
It's not the act.
It's just, it's saying like, your friend introduced us and everybody around me saw you cheat on me. That's the problem. It's
Yeah.
not the actual act or whatever. And if it's just that though.
It's
I would rather do
deceitful
it with
lying
my
energy.
man. I'd be like,
Right.
baby, let's go on vacation. Let's bring a bitch home that we'll never see again. We'll never get her
See,
phone
that-
number.
Yeah, you said that right.
Mhm.
Never
But you
see-
know what? We'll never see her again. She's not going to interfere with our relationship.
Exactly.
We'll have fun. We'll treat her with respect. You know what I mean? Put her in a car, send her home. But we got your rocks off, you know, and I'm going to have fun too.
Right.
And it's like, I'm okay with doing that. You know what I mean? I think it's a little bit, it's kind of fun.
What do you think? Hey, what do you think? We've talked to so many guys in here that are like, one that says it very clearly, Michael Sartain, obviously. He's like, I won't go out with a girl unless she'll do a threesome. But then I'm like,
He's so crazy.
okay, now I have anxiety. I don't think I could do that. But I said to Michael, I said, is it okay if the girl wants to bring a guy home?
Nope.
Oh, fuck
I
no,
know. There is a
But
double
I'm like-
standard.
But I mean, do you think there should be, or is that totally different?
I think it's different.
I mean, it's weird, I guess, because it's two guys together
well,
in
you
the
know,
same room, but I don't know.
I'm around a lot of men. Okay, so a lot of men actually do have their own. They're becoming more, I think, in tune with their sexuality, and I'm seeing like a lot more men like, oh, I want to watch my wife get fucked, or I want to watch, or I just want to be a cuck, or this or this. And so I think, it's also the woman. The woman needs to make her man feel comfortable with that experience. Like me, I'd be like, you're my man. Like, what you're not comfortable with, you step in, you say whatever. You know what I mean? And it goes back to the partner being a good
True as having
partner.
anxiety now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, you gotta
Having a safe space for that.
Exactly.
Well,
Absolutely.
Here's the thing, and I'll tell you, it happened to me once in my life, and I just came out of knee surgery, so I was fucked up on painkillers.
Okay.
And a girl that I had just
You
met.
said put it in my butt.
No, I did not. I definitely.
Sorry.
So-
I had to do it.
Never. But I had a girl bring another.
I don't even have a comeback.
She brought two girls home, so there was three of us. And I had such bad anxiety, but I literally felt like I was dead because I had just had ACL surgery.
Okay.
So I was on Percocet,
Yeah,
Lortabs.
you're on the cloud nine.
But the girl really pushed it onto me, but then she switched up.
What do you mean?
She got mad.
The
So, like,
girlfriend?
so, like,
your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Like they were down to do the hookup, and then
Like,
the time comes, and it's like, oh
she-
wait, actually, you're giving that girl too much attention, or
Hey, you want to know what's
Oh.
crazy?
like their jealousy
So,
comes out.
It was three girls. She
Okay.
gets mad and sends them home in a very negative way. When
And it was
she's
her
the one-
idea.
It was her
Okay,
idea.
I'm not cool with
and
that.
I was like, I wasn't either. I was like,
yeah,
why are
that's
you
fucked
being?
up.
And then
Right.
this is what's
And the
fucked
girls
up.
didn't deserve that.
Right.
I had a guy that was a DJ guy, and we were in the Manhattan lofts.
Okay.
So I'm in the loft. So the guy's on the couch.
Uh-huh.
The guy on the couch ends up fucking marrying one of the three girls I did a threesome with. And I'm like, how the fuck? They have four kids. And we see each other and it's weird.
It's not
But-
weird. It's
But here was the thing though. It's so when a girl says that, I feel like even when they're like, hey, I really want to bring a girl home from you.
Well, you
I
have
don't wanna
trauma
do
now.
that.
Now you have
Yeah.
trauma. And that makes sense. Like, it's going
Yeah.
to create anxiety because you had a bad bad experience around that.
I would still
Mhm.
feel like I was gonna hurt their feelings.
No, but see, with me, you can't hurt my feelings. I don't give a fuck.
So can one,
I guess it'd be per person.
so can one come out of that? Because I think, and this is just from dialogue I've had with men, I think men deal with a lot of sexual trauma.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
They do.
so
Yeah.
how what advice could you give men from that standpoint, especially because you work in that profession?
So it's hard because you know what? A lot of women don't provide a safe space for their husbands.
I agree.
To be honest. And I'm realizing that a lot now because I'm being in this adult world and I talk to men and women. And women have this.
Are they like shaming the men a lot?
They're, you know, men are uncomfortable to tell their woman like, hey, this is what I like. This is what feels good because of like judgment. And a lot of women, they're not providing that safe space, you know? So it goes back, it's both, you know what I mean? It's like guys are afraid of being judged or they're afraid of letting their woman down or they're afraid of this or they're afraid of that. So no matter what, good, bad, indifferent, whether I like it or not, if my significant other is going to come to me and tell me something, whether I like it or not, I will never, ever, ever, ever make them feel regret for sharing something intimate with me because that took courage.
Yeah.
That
You think that's why guys get side chicks because they deal with
because
the
they
trauma.
don't
Fulfilling that need.
Yeah, because they don't want to go home to their wife and treat them like a fucking whore, like bend over, bitch, let me, you know, and because of the respect, like they don't want to treat their wife like that. And a lot of times, men marry the safer woman. They don't marry the woman that could be everything. Like, you know, like me, I'm the whole package. I'm gonna fuck you like you've never been fucked before, but I'm also gonna be loyal to you. You know what I mean? And I'm also a good woman. But that scares men because they know. Like, oh, she could leave me, or
You're
she
strong.
could cheat me, or she could cheat, or like it's not safe. Being with me is not like safe for a lot of men because I'm a strong woman and I don't need a man. Where they want the woman that needs to be codependent on them. So it's like, oh well, she needs me. Like this is safe. Like it's safe,
definitely.
You know, but that safe woman that you're choosing to be with is also not gonna
give you that whole everything
whole package, and you're gonna cheat because you're fucking bored because you married vanilla over here. You know what I mean?
Here's a question. So like just from it, do you think about since being in the adult world, I've dated a couple adult people. It's scary as a guy because you know the one thing that I think about, I always ask girls, you know, could you fall in love with the guy you do a scene with?
No, absolutely not. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why right now.
I need to know. Yeah.
So first of all,
it's intimidating.
There's no connection. There's no connection.
Yeah.
So men have to come for the scene. You have to physically come. Where a woman really doesn't have to come. You know what I mean? Like we can fake an orgasm. And also, it's for me to fall in love with a man, it has to be mental. You know what I mean? Like I need a mental. So on set, it's not mental. I'm worried about my script. I'm worried about my lines. I'm worried about my angles. I'm worried about getting it. I'm thinking of all of this.
So you're not even coming most of the time on set.
I am because I want to give a good scene. Okay. But I'm not coming because of my partner. I'm not coming with anything to do with them. There's no when I meet my guy on set, whoever it is, say you're a guy right now. I want to build a connection so we can have a scene together, a great scene. So I'll find something that I'm attracted to, or I'll find something and I'll be a little flirty or something.
How long do you get to do that before the scene? Like,
so you're on set all day. So throughout the day, like I want a great scene, but I would never date this person. And not only that, I don't like porn dick. I don't want to fucking 8, 9, 10-inch dick all day. I mean, when I have a man, I'm fucking all day, every day. And that's not what I want to fuck. And also, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I was fucking a porn guy off camera for a long time, just for casual sex. And I started noticing there was a routine. He would have to go down on me a little bit, stroke his dick, go down. It was every single time there was a routine, because you get stuck in the porn routine. So it's not natural. And then I caught myself having a routine once with like a civilian with outside of porn. And I was like, oh my God, I'm doing it too. So you have to not do your porn role.
So it was never spontaneous.
Yeah, it's not. When the longer you're in the industry, the more you become robotic. It's the same thing in the bedroom when you're on the set or off sets. And I noticed that.
Kind of blends into one.
Yeah, exactly. And so I realized like, oh God. But no, for women, it's different. We need connection. We need a mental connection. With men, it's physical. Men could be like, oh yeah, she likes me. And really the girl is like, no, I'm just trying to get through the scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
well, no, I've always heard girls say, I'm just going to work.
It's
But
work
then-
for
then-
us.
but then what
But
you-
not for you guys.
No, but
you
then-
guys are wanting it.
But no,
A
but
guy
then-
hear a moan,
Well,
he's
what-
in love.
So my, so
He's like,
my
damn, I might have
question-
opportunity after this.
if my so if the girl I'm dating says it's just work.
It is just
So you said you dated a porn guy. Now, how do you feel like if you're really in love with him and he's like, "Hun, I'm just going to work." I
Now,
mean, you understand.
I would be
'cause you're
okay
him.
with it. I would be okay with it, but it's how he carries himself on set. I don't give my number out. I make it very clear I'm
That's
here
true.
for work. Now, it's how you carry yourself. Are you professional? Are you dicking around and trying to fuck her on the side in the bathroom on set? Like, how are you carrying yourself? How are you presenting yourself?
Mm.
Everyone knows I'm a businesswoman. I go and do my job and I leave. Are you sticking around? Are you trying to take her to get coffee after? Like, those things matter.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
is it work
Mm.
or are you trying to build some sort of relationship? So if I was dating a porn guy and he's like, "Hey, honey, I'm going to work," and then after work he takes his scene partner out for coffee, now that's not just going to work.
All right.
You know what I mean?
No, that's
So
true.
there's different. It's like, it's you know, men are different. They look at it differently than women do. I go to work, I go home, I have no interest because if I wanted to date that porn guy, I'd be with that porn guy, not
Mhm.
you.
All right.
Mhm.
You know, if I wanted to date anyone, I have no issues getting a guy.
Do you think porn guys are faithful or do you?
Yes, I do.
Really?
I do. I think that they can be because they understand the business. And I know a lot of men in the business that are happily married.
Wow.
I've
Because
seen a lot of that too.
they can go to work and go home and then they don't cheat because, you know, they're having
They're
so much
getting it,
fucking
yeah,
sex
yeah.
that they don't
Mhm.
want to cheat on their woman. And honestly, if I had a relationship where I could find a guy and I'm like, I'm gonna go to work and it's work and it is what it is, and they were understanding and then like to fulfill his needs, because that doesn't fulfill my needs. Having sex on set is so different than me having sex in a bedroom. I don't even fuck the same.
Mhm.
On set,
Mm.
you have to stay wide open for the camera. That's fucking uncomfortable. You know, your legs up. You know what I mean? Like that's well, I'm not
Can
gonna
I take a break?
Right.
How many people are generally in the room when you're doing?
Oh my God. So you have the two scene partners, you got the director, you got the light guy, you got this guy, you know.
Are they doing a lot of like stop, freeze?
Oh, all day.
yeah, that's
why
why
all day.
That's why I asked,
all
is it technical?
day.
So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
it's-
So
yeah.
typically you have your pretty girls. Okay. So pretty girls are, because the woman's always the star, always. So you take all of your photos first and your lingerie set and then your other outfits. And then, okay, then you'll start to do some of the scene. And then you stop. And then you take your naked photos together. And then you do your sex poses together.
Mm.
And then you start the scene again. So it is not like you're just full. Unless
do you-
it's gone.
Would you say it's harder for the guy to do this?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the start and stuff.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
And then, like, how do you stay lubricated? Do you just use lube, or is this?
I
Like,
don't. I'm
natural.
I'm wet.
Oh,
I got a wet little juicy pussy.
love.
So
Is that right?
So how do you? Let's say you were in a relationship.
Okay.
So you on set. You're there 8-9 hours. Then you go home. Are you fucking when you get home?
So that's one thing, because I was in kind of a little bit of a relationship on and
Right.
off during my adult stuff, and I never want to deprive my man of sex because of my work.
Okay.
Because then that's when I feel like it's going to intervene and interfere with our
Yeah,
relationship.
Right.
I'm
I
not going to
agree.
do that to
I
my man.
agree.
So even if, unless I'm dead ass tired, I'm like, baby, in the morning, you know, whatever, and I'll make it up to him. But I don't ever, like, I'm not selfish. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, this is my job. Well, it's not his fault. I'm fucking all day. I'm tired.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to deprive my man
Right.
and let it have a negative effect on our relationship. So no, my man's getting sex all day.
Right.
We're going in the
Right.
bathroom. He's getting a blowjob under this table. So no.
Got to get creative.
Yeah,
You know, hey,
yeah. I feel like when you're in a healthy relationship and you guys are in love,
definitely.
and in order
You
to
make it
stay
work.
in love,
You make it
you
work.
make it work. And
That's true.
sex is a huge part of a relationship.
Mhm.
Once you start neglecting that, you're on a fast track down.
All right.
Because without sex, he's gonna go get you. Ain't fucking your man. Someone else is fucking your man.
Well, I always felt
Mhm.
not even with even starting out with like dancers. I always like even trying to like date a dancer. It's like they sit there all day having to rub themselves on like disgusting dudes or whatever. To the point where I'm like, I feel like it desensitizes them.
But you can't let it. You gotta.
You can't let it, yeah.
It's up to you. I'm so headstrong, and it's like I realized, like, I'm like, okay, I'm doing this. I can't be desensitized. Like, I'm not going to ruin myself or allow myself to become jaded because of my choices.
Right.
You know, and that's just part of having accountability and being
as a
self-aware.
dancer, though, did you ever like? It took me a long time, but I actually understood it. Like when people come to Vegas, it's just like gambling.
Yeah.
So if they want to go to the strip club, who cares?
Yeah.
That's not let them do their thing. It's just it's an experience like everything else. Like I get that.
Even like with sex.
It happened on your on your party. I had a girl. I don't do dances, but I love talking to dancers.
Yeah.
So I understand. You still got to pay them for their time.
Even at my party, I had a few dances.
Hey, I had a girl. I had this girl tell me. She said, man, I see you in here all the time. She's like, how come you don't do dances?
Yeah.
And I said, do you have a dog? And she goes, yeah. And I go, you ever see it try to like wipe its ass on the grass sometimes in the park? So again, I go, that's basically what you're doing to me. And that's not hot at all. Bro, she laughed for like hours. And I'm like, that was my scenario.
Yeah.
You're just rubbing your butt on
No,
me.
you're right.
And to me, I'm like, that's not hot.
You're right.
I'm like, okay, here's a stigma that I hear. So many people tell me at Rhino and stuff, girls hook up with people in the back room. Dude, I've been in that celebrity room a million times with David Beckham. They're big people.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. Is it just a hidden? We don't want to say the Rhino, any strip club. I hear stuff, but I've never seen it myself.
I have.
Okay.
I have. I've actually done it. I've done it.
There it is.
I fucked a guy I was dating once in the back room. I said, come back here. Oh, gosh, I'd be saying this.
No, I
we didn't specify which club.
I know, yeah, let's not specify. But he came in a suit jacket and I took him to the back room. And I was like, baby, give me that jacket. He's like, well, I was like, give me that jacket. And I was like, face forward grinding him. And I just like unzipped his pants, put my panties to the side, but I had the suit jacket on the back. So it just looked like I was grinding. Well, I was grinding, but
oh my God. Because I was wondering, I'm like, these bars that don't have the alcohol.
Oh no, you can. You can do
I'm like,
it.
how do these fucking bars
Listen, money talks.
Money? Yeah,
money talks.
Exactly.
Money talks. And so I was the top girl, so I kind of got away with whatever I wanted. But yeah, it happens. It does happen.
Okay. Yeah, I was just always like, man, I've been out here since 2005, and I'm like, I've never seen it. I've never had a girl ask me, like, tell me, like, if you do this, I'm gonna do that, and I've waited. Like when, especially at the, like the.
She was like, "Wait, how come I'm not getting this experience?"
Yeah, what happened? Why not me?
I went to 1 year on my birthday, probably within 5 years. I went to Palomino.
Okay.
And we were the only table in there.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's too close to Christmas. But I didn't go upstairs. I didn't see all this.
Yeah.
They had a lot of dope shit there.
Yeah.
I've never been to Palomino.
They got, it's just, the allure is you can be 18. They have alcohol. They're like grandfathered in.
And it's fully nude.
But they even have a celebrity room where it's just a room.
I haven't been
You
in
pull up
forever. I
and
don't remember.
Yeah, I just saw a guy, Brandon from Vegas, who I love his podcast, but he did a tour.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, damn, I didn't see any of this.
You know when I used to go to just for shits and kicks? Because I like different, okay? So like I like to do different things because I like the feeling of the unknown.
Grimy, huh?
Yeah, I like the grimy ones. Like the one on Fremont, there is one. I forget what was that one
Like
called?
Winter Gold.
Is that the one at the end of Fremont?
Oh, man.
Oh,
Wait, it says like the live nude
Yes!
girls daily or whatever.
I've never been in there.
I swear to God,
I thought that was fake.
I had a
Me too.
60-year-old
I didn't realize
I had
that.
a 60-year-old stripper on me. I swear to God. I was like, this
you never
is
know what you're getting when
crazy,
you go in
bro.
there. You
Shit.
never know.
Jeez.
And then
Might have to pull up in there
Yeah.
sometime.
let's go after here, right?
Yeah, right.
Is it open still?
I don't know.
I don't think it is. I
Like, you
think
know
it's
where
closed.
else I used to go to? It was off Las Vegas Boulevard. And you would put the money through behind the glass door and they would dance. And they had like a
Really?
little hole. You could stick your dick in the little hole and like make it a hand job. I was like,
Oh, wow.
I took my ex in there once. I was like, baby, just stick your dick in that fucking hole. I just want to see what she does.
Hey,
For $1?
You know what's funny about
Yeah.
that?
No value, I
You
guess.
know?
I went
Well,
with,
you should, that was a sight to see.
I went with all the D12 guys to Green Door. We were parked and a guy invited this guy's Nacho's dad. He invited us in there, and the fat guy, he's like, "What's that hole in the door?" Like, we're from Michigan, we didn't even know what that was, and he's like, "The glory hole." He's like, "You looked in the glory hole," and and we're like, "What's that?"
You put your eye through that door?
Yeah.
Somebody got pink eye.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
But dude,
Uh-huh.
the guy
Oh,
had
my.
the best scenario. So one of the D12 guys goes, "So if you stick your dick in there, how do you know if it's a guy or a girl?" And he's like, "Who cares?" He's like, "If you're gonna just stick your dick in a hole in the wall, who cares?" And I thought about that.
If you're going to stick your dick in a hole in the wall.
I
Valid point.
reached out to Nacho and I said, hey, so there's the glory hole. So I go, I want to talk to the person who hypes herself or himself up all day to be the guy in the room.
Right.
And then you got to be a different type of dude to stick the dick through the hole.
Listen, I just shot my
I
first
wanna
glory
talk to
hole
both of them.
scene. Okay, that shit was hard. I had to keep my ass backed up against this wooden thing with the little hole, and his dick was back there. And I was like, okay, it's in. Let me bounce. That shit was hard. I was
I've
like,
never heard of that with a glory.
I had my first glory hole scene. I was like, okay, we're gonna make this shit work. So I was like, okay, but it hurt a little, like you're bouncing your ass through this wooden, like,
Yeah.
because you know the hole. It was wild. It was a good scene, but it was wild.
Wow.
It's crazy, man. So these hard money loans? What
20%.
You know, I
What is-
mean,
what inspired that? That kind of that you start to get gangster on.
I'm gangster.
She says she's Poppy. You don't
Yeah.
pay, she's coming.
She's
Coming and coming.
Call me Poppy. I got bigger balls than most men, right? So I had
Was
a lot
that hard? Did a lot of people fail in returning?
I acquired a piece of land with a trailer in Northtown, and I honestly didn't want nothing to do with this fucking thing, okay? So I'm like, oh shit, I would have rather just had my money and no headache. But this guy drove a BMW, Hispanic, and like had like snake skin boots. And so our mutual friend, okay, the one I told you that I held the money in the safe, went with me a couple of times to pick up some money from this guy. And he was like, I understand why you want me here. I was like, yeah.
that's a scary person. to
Yeah,
bring
and he
with
lived
you.
in this trailer. So you live in a trailer, but yet you're giving me $50,000 a month. It wasn't adding up. Okay, the math wasn't mathing. So then I was like, all of a
Math
sudden, my
wasn't mathing.
attorney, because I had a business attorney out here, and I was like, look, I got cash, you got clients. Charge them $3,000-$4,000 a contract, make the introduction, and then I want give me something for lenience, like whatever, they'd give me Hummers or this or land or whatever. So in this particular case, it was a trailer on a piece of land. So then my attorney calls. He's like, hey, Sav, have you heard from so-and-so? And I was like, no, but his payments due. He's like, yeah, well, he's, you got a lien now on his shit. And I was like, okay, well, what does this mean? He goes, well, he just disappeared. Like he fell off the face of the earth. He's still gone to this day. No one knows what happened to him.
wow.
He took out too many hard money loans.
So I don't know, but I acquired this piece of land now with this trailer. Now all of a sudden I have the deed to it. So the city starts calling me. Well, you have the homeless people like setting a fire in your trailer, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I don't want to go
So
down
it's
there.
been more of a headache. than-
So I
Right.
had to have it condemned. Okay, I never had a place condemned in my life. I actually had to pay to have the trailer condemned. So
That's
anyway,
crazy.
I ended up selling the piece of land. I had the trailer condemned. I got rid of it. But I told my attorney friend, I was like, look, you got clients and I have cash. Let's make something happen. Well, after dealing with that crazy scenario with that guy disappearing, that was so crazy for me. I was like, I got out of it.
Yeah.
Because it started getting a little
Well, next
little dangerous.
if you ever get a-
Sketchy.
It feels weird walking into like I'll go into like a check city to get like a cashier check.
Yeah.
It feels dirty in there, like you're doing
Yeah.
something wrong, or these people are
just-
dangerous. It feels dangerous. I
Well,
guess
when
the
a
word is.
guy drives a BMW, can afford 50,000 plus a month, and lives in a trailer in Northtown, that ain't math.
That's not.
Right.
Mm-mm.
And
I
then
gotta
like
use
he
that.
disappears.
Yeah.
Can I use that for a clothing
Yeah,
line? Math,
right.
your math ain't mathing.
It ain't mathing, homie.
No.
And it's
my
like,
God.
okay, so then I was being followed. I
Oh,
had people
wow.
calling me, what was the affiliation you had with this guy?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh.
And then I started getting scared because I was like, oh, fuck.
because
like,
you were giving these people money,
knows?
but who knows what the fuck they're doing with this money?
Yeah, and then why is
Mhm.
he able to give me this much cash, but yet he lives in this trailer, and then he drives a 7 Series? Like the whole thing was screaming, like,
Sound like some Breaking Bad shit.
yeah. And so then I was like,
Walter
Especially in
White.
Vegas, just because there's
Jeez.
so much shit. From
Yeah.
from the
And it's so many
gambling to the
scams.
fucking-
yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I have people calling, like, how are you affiliated with him? How do you know him? And I'm like, listen, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Listen, I acquired this. It's mine. You're not taking nothing from me legality wise. Like, I own this. And I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want with it. And then I felt like I was being followed. It was crazy. So after that, I was scared.
How long did you do that
Tell
for?
us off the camera, Savannah, if you took him out or if he just.
You kept the boots.
Right?
Kept
Oh my
the
No,
God.
it's a that would be that would be
dangerous.
super dangerous. I've had people say, you know, I got a guy who will do a hard money, but I'm like, they have to do their job, and their job is dangerous.
Yeah, and then imagine like
Especially gamblers.
I
people
was
that
meeting
gamble.
him in
Ugh.
person and dropping off cash, picking up cash, and large lump sums. And then after a while, I was like, you know what, Savannah, you sure do know how to put yourself in some interesting situations, you know? And it just all comes from, I'm a little bit more fearful now because I have a lot more to lose.
Yeah.
But I was really fearless. I didn't give a fuck. Like I was like this. This
And you're a
makes money.
hustler too, so that spirit drives
It's in
through.
me. It'll always be in me. It'll be like I've always had that go-getter, hustling ass, like never work a 9 to 5. Like I
That's
couldn't.
the street.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah. Street smart goes
Yeah.
way farther than the.
Like when I didn't
I
know
think
how to
so.
like, I didn't have a way to get around when I was young. You know, I would take chunti rides. I mean, like standing on the corner, chunti ride, drop me off at the Meadows Mall, drop me off at the Boulevard Mall.
Oh my God, you said the meadow.
Yeah, you know, and
Damn.
it's just like, you know, when there's a will, there's a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What is that? You said a chunky, right?
Chunti.
Chunti, what's that?
Chunti ride. You know, like the little Mexican chuntis, they don't speak English. And they go and get a ride. Like, take me to the mall, you know what I mean?
I've never heard of that.
I've heard of
So
that. Picking
growing
up people.
up, yeah, it's called
I've
chunti
heard that.
ride. So a chunti ride is when
That's
you just
crazy.
hop in a car with anyone and hope to God you get to where you're going. And I look back, you know, and I'm so there was one time I was scared though. There was a whole bunch of some thugs pulled up, and I used to only date thugs. Like that was my thing. Like if you weren't a gangster, your car didn't dance on wheels. I wasn't fucking with you.
You said nope.
You know what I mean? And
Dance home.
yeah, if your car was moving and shaking, and you know, but yeah, I like that's what it was. But they had their teardrops and this, and they were like some cholos, and there was a car, and I just had a vibe. I was like, you know what, Savannah, this ain't the ride you want to get in.
Right.
And even though that's what I used to kick it with, like I used to be in the streets, I was like, you know what, something ain't feeling right about this one. So that's where my discernment I just listened, you know.
Well, I said getting. I say this even with fighting. Like back in high school, I'm like, bro, I used to get in fights every fucking week. I loved it. Now, like, I'm really afraid of it because it isn't fighting anymore. Someone will go shoot your ass.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's totally different than the day of when
Survival game has changed.
you have a dispute, so you have a fight, and then you're friends after, and everything moves on, and it's not like that no more.
I was in a lot of fistfights when I was young because I was tiny. I'm tiny and petite. You know what I mean? But I'm not. I wouldn't back down. And like I remember there's this hall. This was when I went to Gibson. Okay, I went to Gibson for 7th grade, and the hall monitor had those long curly nails that curled and curled like so long. And I had this girl on the ground. And I was like, "Rrr." And the girl with the nails, the hall monitor, she had to come get me up. She's like, "You're tiny." I said, "Listen, you know." So it's because I was always so tiny. I had to like fend for myself. But don't let this little tiny frame just like fool you, okay?
She got the hands.
I got the hands. I don't know about now. It's been a minute. Back then I had some
Back then.
What high school did you go to out here? And
So we moved around a lot. I went to so many different high schools. I went to so many different junior high schools.
our friend was born and raised here too, right? Was he born and raised here?
Which friend?
Our friend that we're talking about.
The
painter.
Call him.
No, San Diego.
San Diego. Okay. Yeah.
San Diego. So like I'll give you an example. I don't know if you guys know, 6th grade I went to Von Tobel because I lived off Cheyenne and Walnut.
Okay.
7th grade we moved. Do you guys know where Boxtown is? I moved into Boxtown. Boxtown is Decatur and Washington, all the little houses that look like boxes. There used to be a Dairy Queen.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that long golf
That's
course.
the east side, right?
No, that's west side.
West
Decatur
side?
and Washington.
Okay,
So
Washington.
that's
Okay,
Boxtown.
okay.
So then for 7th grade, I went to Gibson. Then 8th grade, we moved again. And I moved to Alta and Buffalo. So then I went to Johnson. Then we moved again for 9th grade. Like every year, I went to so many different schools. So then finally, like my mom and her husband at the time bought a house. And I ended up going to Centennial. So mind you, I go from Von Tobel to Gibson. And I thought Johnson was stuck up. Then I would go to fucking white Mormon Centennial. I did not fit in. And it wasn't because
I
of
can't
like,
imagine Centennial.
yeah,
so
it's
far out.
like everyone was like driving dirt bike, and me, I was more like thuggy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but the pretty thug. You know what I mean? Like in my eyes, I was like little cholita. So I remember like I got kicked out. I think
Are you Hispanic at all?
I'm Italian.
Italian. Okay.
Yeah. So I got kicked out for fist fighting, and I went to Horizon, and then I got kicked out of Horizon for fighting there. And then I was like, Mom, I'm just not getting along with these people at all. Like, I'm better off being on my own. So I was like, I'm going to move out. I'm going to go back to where I belong because I don't belong over here. And I moved and got my own apartment off Decatur in Washington with my ex at the time. And then I ended up getting a job at Sonic Burger on Lake Mead and Torrey Pines. So I would take the city bus.
Did you wear roller skates?
I did. I was the car hop.
Wow.
And then that Sonic was next to a place called Bee Gees, which is called Baby Ghetto. So then, oh man, they were cooking crack and all kinds of shit over there. So then we moved from apartments and I got one closer to Sonic across the street from the Bee Gees. And I've been on my own ever since.
Wow.
That's crazy. Shout out to them Sonic commercials. I miss those guys. Remember, it's just the desserts.
Yeah.
It's all about the desserts.
I was eating Sonic every day. I lived off Sonic, but that's why I got mad respect for where I come from in the streets. Because I don't think, honestly, if I grew up so sheltered, I wouldn't have. I'm proud of who I am. I love my strength. I love my fearlessness, my drive. And it came from me being raised on the streets. I raised myself, you know what I mean, on the streets. And being around taking the Chunti rides, knowing how to steal a car with my homie Dominic would come pick me up in a minivan. I'd see the screwdriver. I'm like, are we supposed to be in there? He's like,
Rach, that could have been what happened to your car the other day.
But it's just like, I have so much thanks for that because obviously I don't believe in that lifestyle. But without those lessons,
you wouldn't be here.
I want to be so resilient.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And my resilience is like, people will be like, oh, she's pretty. She's probably just dumb. Well, it's a triple threat because I'm not. So I give so much credit to the street. Like that's why I'm big on my name. Like, don't ever say something about me that's not true. Look me in my eyes and say something. I'm gonna tell you right now if you can say that or not because my name holds weight. And that's the streets in me is like, I don't fucking lie. I don't gossip and I'm no drama. So don't say something on my name that's not true. You know what I mean?
No, that's
And
real
like,
talk.
That's a great
I love it.
It's a great attitude to have in the industry.
yeah, and that's how I am. And I don't have a lot of friends. And I don't have a lot of friends because I don't do bullshit.
Definitely.
And I'll call you out and be like, damn, you're just kicking it with that person. You were just talking shit about that person yesterday. I'm like, damn.
Like, shit.
No,
Yeah.
No, you should call stuff out like that.
You know?
I believe so.
So to wrap things up with like real estate and your adult entertainment lifestyle, where do you see like both of them going in the future?
And do you feel like being an adult entertainer, is that hurting you in any way in real estate?
I just sold a $2.55 million piece of land parcel last month.
Let's go.
I mean, like, I got a $1.5 million listing I just got. I'm working on 2 buys. I think, honestly, it's put my name out there more and it's made people like, oh my God, she's smart. Like, oh my God, she's multifaceted. She does it. Like, I want to work with her.
Yeah, I was on your
Like-
Instagram the other day. You're just showing a house. I'm like, gee, I didn't think you even did houses. And I'm like, damn, she's showing out. She just was in Miami and now she's selling a house.
Yeah,
I love
I
it.
just sold. I just sold a piece of land last month, and that was over $2.5 million. And I just picked up
Awesome.
last
Did
week.
it feel good just to sell dirt?
It felt good to pick up a $100,000 check while I was in New York.
Yeah, that part.
And that was just one stream of income. You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely.
I love it all. I think it all feeds each other. And honestly, I think my personality of not giving a fuck, so many people give a fuck that they gravitate towards me. Because it's like they see something in me that they can't themselves be.
That's some real shit.
Man, I feel like if I'm ever going to rob a bank, I'm taking Savannah.
Wait, no, seriously, dude. Are you like teaching any classes anytime soon or anything? I mean, like you got a master class, like what?
You
Like,
should do a master class.
because you definitely are smart and you know what you're talking about,
Thank
and
you.
you're where you are is because of your journey and because of your smart,
Yeah.
your everything. So
Thank you. I
Yes.
appreciate that,
Absolutely.
And like I said, I never forget where I come from, and I give full credit to that, teaching me, the wisdom, because anyone can read a book,
mhm.
but it's the journey, it's the life experience that creates wisdom.
Definitely.
You got any brothers and sisters?
I'm the
true.
oldest of 5.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah, 2 and 2. 2 brothers and 2 sisters I have.
True's asking 1,000 more questions.
Why didn't I?
Wait.
Never got to.
We gotta
ask
do
her
our
that.
bad choices, dude.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I made a few of those.
Exactly.
Yeah. So before we get out of here, we do a thing called bad choices.
So tell me what this means. What do we do?
Some of these. Okay. So you just answer however you do it.
Okay.
Would you perform mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on a homeless person in need?
Oh man, I have
Like hasn't been showered, but like,
oh man, you know what? Oh fuck, I don't know. That's a hard one because the good heart in me wants to be like, yeah, I would save a life. But you know what? I would just have to hold my breath and close my eyes and just think different thoughts. I'm gonna think happy thoughts.
Find the attractiveness in them.
Yeah, right. Like, he's got
all he needs a haircut and a shower.
Like, here we go. I gotcha.
Literally.
No, I mean I would. I'm a good person. I would just hold my breath.
To be honest with you, I don't even. I don't even know how to do that. So,
I think I do. I think you you pump right here and like don't you blow or something?
Yeah, the nose.
Yeah,
You
right.
plug their nose, or you just
I know.
blow
Well,
it in
maybe
their
I'd
mouth?
give him
I think he
fellatio. He might wake up.
No, that's what.
Seriously. Oh, hey, actually.
I don't know how to give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, but I can suck a dick.
Shit, he might get a job after
She can do
that.
that part.
He sits right up. He's like,
Right.
Whoa, I haven't had one of those in a while. No.
Shit.
It's great.
All right. Have you ever had a partner that was too kinky for you?
Oh no, I've had some very kinky partners, and it took me a minute to get with the program. But I've one of my exes and I would suck dick together. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
And my other ex liked me to peg him, so I've had a few exes.
oh my god.
Jeez, that needs
you
to
know
be
what
part two. Episode. We need-
So,
Right.
so being around
the story.
being around some people in the porn community, the pegging thing, I'm like,
A
there's
lot of
no,
guys
Yeah,
like
but
to
I'm
get
like,
Really?
there's no
Yeah.
fucking
And
way.
successful man.
Can you? This is how I feel. That happens. We're dating. That happens. I'm at the fucking Shell station, and you see me 5 years later, and you're like, "Yeah, I got that ass."
Like literally, right?
Because she's gonna look at you like, "I got you."
Well, I'm going to tell you why the psychology behind why successful men want this, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I myself, I prefer to be a little bit sometimes submissive in the bedroom, where I'm like, "Shatari me, put a gag ball," you know what I mean, and do all this kinky shit. Because in my day-to-day life, I control everything. So for once, it feels good to be submissive and let someone else take charge. You know what I mean? And so I can relate to that successful businessman that in the bedroom wants to be dominated. Because sometimes, like at that kinky party in New York, I told you, man, I had this man in a full kinky mask. Oh my God, it was so fucking hot. Take this tool, this sharp tool that looks like it's going to puncture your skin. And he was rolling it on me and whipping me. I was like, ooh, I'm here for it. I'm like, keep it coming. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just it's a power play. It's a swap. You know what I mean? So that way you can feel relaxed.
Absolutely.
Little pegger.
So I have a few kinks, so it doesn't bother
Definitely.
me. Yeah.
Okay. That was
Got Rach.
Would you drink a glass full of someone else's piss for 50,000?
No, hell no.
Look, I had to raise the bar. It was 5, but I was like, oh yeah, 50. I was like, maybe 50. She'll crack maybe a 50.
If I wasn't making that a month, then maybe. I mean, maybe if you put 5 million, I would do it. I would do it for 5 mil.
For 5 mil.
So it's safe to say no pee scenes.
I like getting peed on, and I've peed on a lot of men, but I won't drink pee unless it's like for 5 million.
Yeah, I saw
5 million.
I saw
For 5 mil.
another
Gotcha.
podcast. A guy was saying that he would put his pee in a refrigerator, and it was the best skincare.
I hear that. I've heard that.
I'm like,
Semen
that's
is really good. I guess that's why I have great skin because I get so many
is that why they said Diddy like he liked they said he would have the guy come on
his
Cassie,
chest.
and then she would
I knew
rub
a
it
couple
around
of those
his
guys when they
That's
let
His nipples? Rub it on his nipples?
Rub it
Yeah,
on his
that's what they
nipples
said in
and-
court.
Yeah.
Oh,
That guy, what was his name? He was
Not in
a
court.
black guy.
Diddy in jail.
yeah.
What was his name? I wanted to reach out to him. He's on my list of people to.
Oh.
The guy who, what was his name? The one who Diddy always called the black guy. He's been doing.
I think they
podcasts.
were all black, bro.
Well, Punisher.
Oh, Punisher.
Oh, he
You
wore
know
the
what?
mask.
I don't know if he wore the mask, but his
Punisher.
name was Punisher. But
I heard of him.
he said that they called him as a witness against Diddy.
Yeah,
and he said he actually helped Diddy, and he said he didn't want to look at him. And then he said when he got off, he goes, "I just didn't lie." And he said when he got off, he looked at Diddy, and Diddy just nodded to him like he told the truth. Like he didn't say nothing. It hurt them. Basically.
I don't understand why Diddy's in so much trouble. I'm gonna tell. I've been to some kinky ass parties.
No shit.
There's some kinky ass fucking parties. Diddy didn't do anything. I mean, as long as I don't know the whole story. As long as there was no children involved,
Right.
And I don't agree with the physical abuse part. What he did with I don't agree with that. But as far as the baby, who gives a fuck? Let the man do what he wants in his free time. Like if he wants to swim in baby oil, let the man do what he wants.
Hey,
like there's so many,
especially if people are consenting to that.
Exactly. You know, I know so many guys that have just as much money as Diddy, but they're not in the public eye. That do so much weirder fucking shit.
I've seen it too.
Like all these, like it's the guys you don't think are doing it that are doing it, and it's like, you know what? Let the man fucking live. He didn't do nothing wrong. He's in the privacy of his own home. He's paying consensual adults. Everyone's making bread. They're making money. They're doing their job, and they're having fucking fun. Like
you know what he said that was funny. They asked him. They said because Diddy would sit in the room like with a mask and stuff on.
I love a mask. I love a man in a mask.
And they said they're like, how did you ever find out it was Diddy? And he goes, they put me in a room to wait for the moment. And he goes, it said, "Welcome, Mr. Combs." And he said, I saw that, and I was like, oh my god. But he said that's how he knew. First found out that it was Diddy. Is my question?
But you know what? Yeah. It's just like let the guy live.
Here it goes. This is for everybody here in Vegas. Have you ever hooked up with your close friend's ex?
No.
No?
No, I would never do that. I'm loyal. Even to my worst enemy, I would never do that.
I don't.
That's trash. That's trash behavior to me. I would never. Mm-hmm. You know what? To me, what you do in your free time behind closed doors says a lot about your character. And if you're shady like that, then you just got poor character. And I don't fuck with that.
Yep. Dude, I always, the comment that I always say to people is I tell people, I said, everybody sees, everybody knows.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Trust me on that.
Exactly.
And even people that don't know you, they're watching you.
I don't 100%. Fuck any of my ex's friends. Like, I'm just big on that. I'm not messy. There's enough fish in the sea. Like, I don't like to shit where I eat. And I'm very hard to get anyway. You know what I mean? Like, Astro True hasn't seen me with a lot of men. Like, I'm unattainable. But when I do fuck with someone, I'm not going to end up with him and go fuck his homie or if anyone in the circle. I don't get down like that.
Definitely. Okay. Would you never have sex again in your life for $3 million?
No, I love sex. And I got $3 million.
It's like three.
I should have said 300.
300 mil.
Listen, I am like a horny, and here's the thing. You need sex. You know, we get pent up frustration. You got to release.
No, that's
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So I like to release. Like sometimes I'll be sitting home with my mask, like my vibrator. I'm like, oh.
I love it. So have you ever tried out for a reality TV show?
Ooh, no, I haven't. Like I said, it's my social anxiety. Like the reason I'm good with porn is because it's more of an intimate setting. Even though there's a lot of people around, I get into the character. But no, not a reality. I couldn't do reality because they purposely
That's drama. That's drama. Yeah,
and you got to manufacture it.
Absolutely.
And I'm not good at. I'm too real.
Yeah, they pitched us on that with D12, and we were just like, no.
Yeah,
like if we'll just it'll happen, but we're not gonna fight with each other just on cue. And if you really see the structure of reality shows, the only thing you can do, you have to be something executive producer.
Yeah.
Or you have no say in nothing. So all these shows were doing the same thing. You'd have the fight and they'd make up and then it just got stupid.
Do you remember that show? Who was that rocker with the long hair?
Brett Michaels.
A couple of my girlfrions went on that show.
What was that? Not A Shot at Love. I like that one.
Yeah, what was it? Yeah, no. What was it called?
Rock of Love. Yeah.
And a couple of my girlfriends went on that.
That was like one of the first ones.
And I was like, oh my God, that's a draw. I was like, hell no, I couldn't.
Yeah, shout out to Brett Michaels.
Right.
You know who that is, Rachel?
I think I've heard of him.
That blonde, I can't explain
Every rose has a thorn.
Yeah.
Every rose has it.
See, she knows.
She knows. I know.
All right, who's up?
You.
Me? I'm up. Okay.
Fool.
Have you ever taken drugs without knowing what they were?
No. I always have to know.
All right. With all of the sex being had, do you think that one's body can have too many mileage.
No. What's the difference between you fucking me 1,000 times or me fucking 1,000 different guys? Your body doesn't know. You know what I mean? A woman's body, like your vagina, like contracts. You give birth. So if you can go back to normal after having a baby or anything, what's the difference? Your body doesn't know the difference.
How many miles you got, Rachel?
Undisclosed.
Listen, I got a lot of miles. I'm gonna keep on trucking.
Savannah's like, I know the guy who rolls back miles.
Roll back.
Listen, it's like Walmart. You roll back the prices.
Okay, so have you ever injured yourself during sex, like on set?
Oh no, but man, I'll tell you what happened not that long ago. Okay, so God, this guy, what the frick is his name? He's a huge performer with a big dick. This is crossing my line of the inches, okay? So I can deep throat, okay? I can take dick, but his dick, I was like, oh my God. So I was on my knees. He shoved the whole thing, a whole 10 inches. I didn't even know I was capable of taking 10 inches down my throat.
Oh my God.
I blacked out. Because I was being suffocated, you know, and I couldn't even breathe. I was like, tap out. Tap out. I was like, wait, I've never done this before.
Where's our Dean from UFC?
Tap out. Tap. I can't breathe. I was like, you know what I mean? And oh man, I looked disastrous after that scene. I was like, you're a great performer. I was like, how'd you know I could take it? I was like, because I asked him after the scene was over, because I had never deep throated 10 inches. So I was like, how did you know I could do it? I didn't even know I could do it. He goes, it's a feeling like when your throat started opening up, I just shoved more and more. And I was like, well, I didn't get that feeling. I didn't get that memo. I was fucking blacked out for half of it.
That's probably why he was able to do that.
I think I was injured because I was blacked out and my throat, it was like a fucking anaconda.
Might have stopped breathing for a few minutes.
I did. I was like, I gotta let the guy know. Like, I cannot breathe right now. I was like, please, man.
Just go a little deeper, right?
I know. And then the fucking preview came out on Twitter. All my fans repost this shit, and I was like, I wonder if they know at this point. I
was dying.
I really was. So I would consider myself injured. I was injured.
Workman's comp.
I was fucking injured.
For real.
Listen.
That's a good one.
Is porn like the UFC? One thing I heard about the UFC, which is crazy, is they only have insurance the night they fight.
Really?
Isn't that horrible?
No, listen, I have health insurance year round. I'm telling you, this shit is like acrobatics. I've been fucked in every position and every angle, and it's like acrobatics.
Do they give insurance in the porn world?
No, but you can get your own. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I the last question?
Low right.
Oh, it's me?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, damn. Well, she answered this one earlier, and I was like, have you ever hitchhiked?
Well, that would be my chunti rides.
Yeah.
I started at a young age.
Have you ever done a hitchhike though? That's not a chunti ride, just a straight up.
Well, they didn't have to be Mexican. I mean, it was just called a chunti ride. Like, that's just what the slang. Like, we didn't have.
You just hopped on.
Remember what I don't know if it was you that I told, but that girl I said that was walking. This girl was walking down Gibson.
Oh yeah.
She was so hot, and I'm like, I'm gonna ask her if she needs a ride. But I'm like, if I get arrested for fucking some prostitution shit, this was on Gibson.
I know where you are. Yeah.
And I was like, do you need a ride? She's like, sure. She's like, my car broke down back there at the 76, and I was like, it was like a dream girl.
Really?
But I kept waiting.
She's stunning too. I'm like.
I kept waiting.
What the fuck? Yeah, he showed me a picture. I was like, dude, like you picked this girl up. She's just walking down the middle of the road.
Dude,
like,
I want to see.
Out of a fucking movie.
At what point
she's
is
from
it?
LA. Like, she just moved here apparently too.
True. At what point would it be prostitution though? If you just picked her
I'll
up,
tell you this. I've been in
He's
jail.
traumatized, dude.
Hey, I've been in jail, and they'll bring in groups of 10 guys at a time, like husbands. So the thing that I always found,
I know, like, wait, what?
No, listen. So here's the thing: if you've ever driven down Tropicana, I'm telling you right now, I've seen beautiful girls walk in Tropicana, and I'm like,
no, I've seen those walking girls, and they're far
some
from
of them.
I've yet to.
I think they call it the Blade. Is it called the Blade?
Yeah, I don't know what girls he's been looking at.
But listen, so
it must be two Tropicanas.
He must be that fucked up because they're missing teeth. I've been down Tropicana.
I was I was in jail and they'd come in a pack of 10 and they'd all be talking.
Not the pack of 10.
So what they said is the second, and this is some Vegas bullshit. Was that a snort?
Yeah, dude, you said a pack of 10, bro. Like,
I know.
Because they have to arrest 10 people for the van before they
pack of
transport
10
you.
dudes walk in.
No, so the guys were like, oh,
Yeah.
they were like, oh, that girl got you too. And they're like, yeah, and this is what they said. And Vegas is shifty like this. They said from the moment they said, ma'am, do you need a ride? Arrest it. You didn't have to talk about sex. Yeah, they were just like, boom.
And you took a chance. This girl was that hot. You took a chance.
Dude, but it crossed my mind because I'm like, this is no fucking way.
You're like, this is a setup, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, you need help? And the whole time I'm just like, wait, when are they
She's like, this is too good to be true.
You need help.
Shoot my shot.
You know where she lives? Is those
the lofts? I know. I used to live in the lofts right there. Those are some sick lofts.
Yeah. That was my destination to move.
I know where to find True hanging out now. I'll be like, True, you hanging out in those lofts? True.
The girl's a DJ. I'm like, she just moved here, so she hasn't got cross-contaminated yet.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
But yeah, but do you remember when that project shut down?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wanted to buy one,
yeah. They were originally for sale
for like 10 years.
I remember, and now
they said they ran out of money.
Yeah,
and then they finished them, and it was the first lofts in Henderson.
Yeah, and they're beautiful. It's a great
Super
location,
beautiful.
unobstructed strip views. I lived in one while I was building my house where it's at now.
You know the girl Ellie, like ELLE.
I don't know.
She had a couple of English bulldogs, really crazy tattoos, but
Really?
she used to live in there. My last question is: have you ever stayed in a relationship just for sex?
I've stayed in a relationship. I don't know if I was under a spell or what, or maybe I don't know if it was just the sex. It was just like you wonder why, but then you look back and you have to just say, like, there's a reason for everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I don't think I'd be the person I am today or on my healing journey had I not. You know what I mean? So I've stayed in relationships a lot longer than I should have, not knowing why at the time. Mm-hmm. But you just kind of have to say there's a reason. You know what I mean? You
definitely are my spirit animal, being that we have the same birthday.
Right. And I never knew that.
I periodically, out of the clear blue sky, met an ex-boyfriend, and he didn't say one bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was a nice guy, but it was random.
Yeah.
Because I know you don't have a lot of boyfriends.
I don't have a lot of boyfriends.
And it was just a rare, again, I don't just talk to people.
Yeah.
Bumped into him.
I know. This has been a weird year for True and I. True keep running into all kinds of people and this and that. And he's, I don't date a lot. I'm choosy, picky.
As you should be.
Yeah, I think
absolutely.
I think I'm gonna start a business doing the Chunti rides.
The Chunti rides, right?
That's cute.
Have little hot girls driving.
Ready. Get a van. You gotta get a van.
Oh man, that's a little shifty over there.
Check it out.
It's gonna be called the Shifty Van.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, and before we get out of here, Savannah Storm is the first girl to say that she was gonna give a blowjob with Pop Rocks.
Right here.
Somebody's going to therapy after that.
I know, right?
That's the shit.
No, seriously.
All right. Well, thank you, Savannah, for coming on. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Where can we find you?
You're a good friend. Yeah. Where can we find you on social media?
So social media, my IG is SavannahStorm.tv. My Twitter, where it gets a little crazy, is Savannah Storm _. So yeah, that's where you can.
Are you on YouTube at all? Do you have a YouTube channel?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's two. They're too.
It's not my genre. You know what I mean?
Too vanilla over there.
Too vanilla.
How about you, Lil Rach?
You can find me on the interwebs at Lil Rach, LALRAYCH.
The interwebs. Wow, what the hell?
The interwebs.
The interwebs. How about you?
You never
Mr.
know
Will?
what's on there, dude.
You can
At this
catch
point in
me
time.
across all socials at Mr. Will Roundtree. That's MRWILLROUNDTREE.
All right, and you guys can just find me on Green Room Radio. My page got stolen. I can't control two fucking pages at the same time because I'm old. But thank you very much for coming.
Yes.
And we'll check back in with you soon.
Thank you guys for having me. It was fun.
Peace out.
Peace.
Yeah.
Green Room Radio.